Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba's Murli. Today is the 6th of January, 2023. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, anger causes a lot of sorrow. It causes pain to yourself and others too. Therefore, conquer this evil spirit by following Srimad. Question. Which children have a flaw in them every cycle? And what will be their destination? Answer. Those who consider themselves to be very clever and do not follow Srimad completely. One vice or another remains in them in either an incognito way or in a visible form. They do not remove it. Maya continues to surround such souls. There is a flaw in such children every cycle. They will have to repent a great deal at the end. They make a great loss. And Song of Baba's Murli, human beings of today are in darkness. Om Shanti. You children understand that the unlimited Father, who is called Heavenly God the Father, is the Father of all. He sits here and explains to you children face to face. The Father sees all you children through these eyes. He doesn't need divine vision in order to see you children. The Father understands. I have come from the supreme abode to the children. The children have also become bodily beings and are playing their parts. I teach these children face to face. You children understand that the unlimited Father, who establishes heaven, is once again liberating us from stumbling around on the path of devotion and is igniting our lights. You children at all the centers understand that you belong to God's clan and that this is also the Brahmin clan. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is called the Creator of the world. The Father sits here and explains how the world is created. You children understand that the human world can never be created without the Mother and Father. It cannot be said that the world is created through the Father. No, it is said, you are the Mother and Father. This Mother and Father creates the new world and makes the children worthy of it. This is a great specialty. It is not that deities come here from up above to establish their religion in the way that Christ established the Christian religion. Christians also call Christ their Father. If there is a father, surely a mother is also needed. They say that Mary is the mother. But who was Mary? The new soul of Christ came and entered another's body. That is Jesus's body. And so Christians were created through the mouth of the one he entered. It has also been explained that that soul had not performed any such action, that he would have had to experience sorrow. That is the Christ soul. Baba is saying it is a pure soul that comes. So the Christ soul comes into the body of Jesus. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, cannot experience sorrow. It is this corporeal one who experiences sorrow and is insulted. Therefore, when Christ was crucified on the cross, it was the one whose body the Christ soul entered who had to endure that suffering. The pure Christ soul would not have had to endure pain. Christ was the Father, and so where could the mother have come from? They made Mary the mother. They've shown that the Virgin Mary gave birth to Christ. All of that was taken from the scriptures. They have portrayed Kunti, a virgin, and Karna being born through her. Now, this was a matter of divine vision that they copied it. Similarly, this Brahma is the mother, through whose mouth your children have been born. Then Mama was made responsible for looking after all of you. The same happens with Christ. Christ enters someone and establishes that religion. His followers would be called the most-born creation of Christ. Brothers and sisters, Christ is the father of the Christians and the one whose body he enters and creates children with is the mother. Then Mary was made responsible for looking after them, and so they have considered Mary to be the mother. Bobby is very nicely explaining this whole idea of the Mother Mary and Mama. Here, the Father says, I enter this one and creates your children through his mouth. So this Mama is also a child born through the mouth. These matters have to be understood in detail. Secondly, the Father says that a group of people are coming to Abu today to preach vegetarianism. Therefore, explain to them that the unlimited Father is establishing the deity religion of those who are pure vegetarians. People of no other religion are such firm vegetarians. They are to speak about the benefits of becoming Vaishnavas. However, not everyone is able to become that because they are used to their own diet and find it difficult to leave it. So you have to explain that all are Vaishnavas in the heaven that the unlimited Father creates. They are part of the dynasty of Vishnu. Deities are completely viceless, whereas vegetarians of today are vicious. 3,000 years before Christ, Bharat became heaven. Explain in this way. No human beings except you children understand what heaven was, when it was established, or who used to rule there. They go to the Lakshmi and Narayan temple, and Baba also used to go there, but none of them knows that the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan existed in heaven. They simply sing their praise, but who gave them the kingdom? They don't know anything at all. Not even now, they continue to build their temples because they think that Lakshmi gave them wealth. This is why business people worship Lakshmi at the time of Deepmala. You have to explain to those who build those temples. Similarly, you should also explain to the foreigners the praise of Bharat. What is the praise of Bharat? 3,000 years before Christ, Bharat was vegetarian. There can be nowhere else like that. At that time, there was a great deal of power. It was the kingdom of gods and goddesses. Now, once again, that same kingdom is being established. It is now that same period of time. Destruction through Shankar has also been remembered. It will then be the kingdom of Vishnu again. If you want to claim your inheritance of heaven from the Father, you can come and do so. Both Ramesh and Usha are very interested in serving. They are a wonderful couple. They're very serviceable. Just see how new ones come and go ahead of the old ones. Baba shows you many methods, but if you have the arrogance of any of the vices, Maya does not allow you to rise. A few have a little trace of lust, whereas many have anger. No one has yet become totally complete. You are becoming that. Maya continues to bite you internally. It was Ravan's kingdom. It was when Ravan's kingdom began that these mice began to bite. Bharat has now become completely poverty-stricken. Maya has made everyone's intellect like stone. Maya surrounds even good children in such a way that they don't realize that every step they take is taking them backwards. However, they are given the life-giving herb and made conscious again. Anger too causes a great deal of loss, as well as making oneself unhappy. It also makes others unhappy. Some have this in an incognito way, whereas it is more visible in others. Baba says no matter how much you explain to them, they don't understand. They now consider themselves to be very clever. Later, they will have to repent. And that flaw will be in them every cycle. There is a lot of benefit in following Srimad. Otherwise, there will be a great deal of loss. The directions of both Srimad and of Brahma are very famous. They say about someone that even if Brahma were to come down from up above, that one would not listen to him. Krishna's name is not mentioned in this way. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul himself, is now giving you directions, and Brahma too is receiving directions from him. The Father has a lot of love for you children, and he makes you children sit in this on his shoulders and then on his head. That is to say, he makes us higher than himself because he doesn't even come in the golden age. We go to the golden age. So in that context, back to the Murli, the Father has the aim that his children should climb high and glorify the name of the clan. However, if you children don't listen to the Father or to Dada, it means that you don't even listen to the senior mother. Just think what the condition of some will be. Don't even ask. However, serviceable children claim Bap Dada's heartthrob. Baba himself praises them, and so they must explain to others that this same Bharat used to be the kingdom of the Vishnu clan, and that it is being established once again. Baba is now making the same Bharat into the land of Vishnu, and so you should have a lot of intoxication. Those people beat their heads to glorify their names for nothing. Their expenses are paid by the government. Sannyasis also receive a lot of money. Even now, when they say that they teach the ancient yoga of Bharat, people very quickly give them money. Baba doesn't need anyone's money. He himself is the one who gives aid to the whole world. He is the one who is the innocent master of the treasure stone, and he takes help from the children. When the children have courage, the Father gives help. People from outside who come here are very used to giving something to an ashram. However, you should ask them, why do you give here? You have not heard any knowledge. You don't know anything. We are planting a seed to receive the fruit of heaven. However, they will only know this when they listen to this knowledge. Baba says millions will come in this way. It is good that Baba has come in an incognito form. If he were to come in the form of Krishna, they would all pile up like sand and would very quickly cling to him. No one would be able to sit at home. You are the children of God. Don't forget this. It remains in the Father's heart that you children should take the full inheritance. Many will come to heaven but only a few out of multi-millions, and only a handful out of the few have the courage to claim a high status in heaven. Acha, okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, first point. In order to become serviceable, remove any trace of vice. Have a lot of enthusiasm for doing service. Second point. We are the children of God. On the basis of Shrimat, we are changing Bharat into the land of Vishnu, where everyone will be firm Vaishnavas, pure vegetarians. Maintain this intoxication. Baba's blessing for today. May you be a spinner of the discus of self-realization and remain constantly free from any spinning of sorrow, in brackets being caught in sorrow, and free others too. When some children are influenced by their physical senses and say, today my eyes, my mouth, or my vision deceived me, then to be deceived in this way means to experience sorrow. People of the world say, I didn't want it to happen, but I got caught up in that spin. The children who are spinners of the discus of self-realization can never be caught in a spin or web of deception. They are the ones who remain free from the spinning of sorrow, and they free others too. They are the masters who make all their physical senses work under them. And the slogan for today, remain seated on your immortal throne and maintain your elevated honor, and you will never be upset. The slogan once more, remain seated on your immortal throne and maintain your elevated honor, and you will never be upset. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in Baba's remembrance.